The video that you're about to watch is a really very positive one. I'm going home now much later than I was expecting. I completely forgot about the 29-degree heat, and I also forgot about my 5 boiled eggs. Witness as I make some proper progress. Hello. No longer will I need to endlessly polish my helmet to no avail. I have a solution to not being able to see what I'm doing. My welding helmet. Look closely, you can see it's full of scratches and basically stuff that won't help me see through it, and that's not great. But over there, there's a bag within a box, but within the bag is, I don't think I'll put it back in this bag, my new shiny helmet. I don't need to bang on too much about its features because I paid for this. I ordered it last night off of Amazon and it came like within a few hours, which is pretty impressive. But it's clear, it has dials on the side, and it promises true colour. That means that as I bung this helmet on, I should be able to see exactly what I am doing. I could see that all right. So the problem I had before was holding the nozzle onto the metal, doing a bit of weld, thinking that looks quite good, taking the helmet off. Oh balls, I put it in the wrong place because I couldn't see where it was. It was splattering, it was doing all sorts of things, and then I realised, oh, I haven't turned the gas on. Many a teething problem. This time, maybe I'll just nail it and I can properly crack on with all the jobs around the yard. Best get some petrol for the generator. So now, it's time for action. No more faffing around. Petrol into the generator. Welder back out of here. All plugged in with the gas, etc. And this, hopefully, will be the last time you see me practice, because I don't need to do. Righto, that is easily the best effort I have made so far, so I'm going to do another bit and then bugger off home. 3 more big cuts to deal with. My intention was to do 1 more section and then go, but I wasn't satisfied, so I did another section. And I'm still not satisfied, but there is some progress. I'm getting some penetration, but I'm still missing little bits. When I'm confident enough to just do that consistent line, it looks like this. There, now if I could do that along the actual gap, that would definitely be good enough. I think it would anyway, but there is a bit of a problem with the metal constantly warping. So this time I'm going to just do 1 straight line, where it doesn't get the chance to warp. 1 straight line. Let's fix it. It does help having my glasses on. So, tell me what you think of this. Not as neat as that. Trying to use that same method of just waggling it up and down and filling all the holes. A few holes did actually happen. I did blow some holes in it whilst doing it, and that's the danger of keeping the torch moving and not switching on, not just going doing it that way, which is the safe way, which is how I've done it so far. But potentially that's going to be the much neater way to do it. I really want to stay and do more. Yes, it's paying off. Finally I'm starting to get it. Look at it this time. It's so much better. It's not perfect, but it's so much better. I said I'd learn to do it, and I'm not millions of miles away from it now. Regular viewers might be thinking now, so what happened to Nigel? What happened to the Nigel fixing thing that I started off with? We cut a big chunk out of that, and we've not seen anything of it since. That's to come in a minute. You can see what went wrong with that. and why it's taken so long to come back to it. That introduction is a clue to something I won't be able to do today, which often I can't do because of the rain. Wind. Oh, just like that. At the end of the previous video, there was concerns of a major cock-up, and not entirely on my behalf. But my welding went from not particularly good to even worse. And it's because I suddenly found the gas had run out. My welding went from almost getting there to just not getting there at all, but being incredibly stubborn. I just stayed here quite late, trying and trying again, in vain. I hadn't realised the gas had run out. But why had it run out? It's not supposed to have run out. That should have lasted me months. I hadn't left the gas switched on, the regulator doesn't leak, so the only assumption was the gas bottle itself was leaking. So I took it back over to Sorby Bridge, explained the problem, and they just replaced it, which I almost wasn't expecting. I was anticipating, we can't help you mate, but instead they were very, very nice about it. So let's crack on yet again. You cannot weld in the rain, and it's very difficult to weld in the dark. But it's also not a good idea to weld in the wind either, because the shielding gas just gets blown away before it gets a chance to do its stuff. Which means I can't do anything out here today. Yet again, my car is left with just a hole in it and me not being able to do anything about it. I could bring it in here, but there's not really enough room, and really I need his lock-up next door. He's got bags of space, bags of height. Wish I could talk him into retiring, but I can't. So instead, I'm going to prove to myself and prove to you that I can prove to myself that I am actually ready with one last go of just butting pieces together. Then I absolutely know when the conditions are right, I can sort my own car out and everything else that needs sorting out. Never leave out the stupid bits. Today is welding day for Nigel. Do we do it outside where it's a bit windy, or do it inside where it's a bit darky? There, some of the light from outside and less of the wind from outside. But I've gone and negotiated my car into a space without taking the generator outside first. After about an hour and a half of doing that with the old welder, getting myself spattered with things, it's time to give you the excuses. And I have loads. And I'm going to tell you the excuses before you see what I've done. 1, mask keeps falling off and steaming up. 2, the car isn't high enough for me to get to. 3, I still don't know what I'm doing with this. 4, just 4. 5, I still can't really see what I'm doing, even with the light there. I was having a look at welding masks online before, and there are some that provide a torch on the mask itself, and like a magnifying glass. But some of the prices of these are just a bit like flipping bonkers. So as I lay down on the floor once more to show you the result, I'm just going to say I haven't finished it, but I've just sprayed it over with zinc to protect it for tonight, because I have something else I really need to do. It's not as bad as I have done in the past, but it's just nowhere near where I need it to be. That looks almost like a... yeah, there's still something not quite well enough attached there. I don't want to leave Nigel with bits of exposed metal, so when I sprayed it over with zinc paint, you could see it's a long way from being finished, and I've just been grinding off the excess welds, which is a good idea because that exposes all the bits that I've missed. And there's quite a few bits I've missed. And I've come to a couple of conclusions. I'm never ever going to be able to do this. But it's not like me to just carry on not trying. The second is that I think I need a new helmet. I need a helmet with a torch on the front and possibly a magnifier so I can see what I'm doing. But I did come to this rather fabulous conclusion on the height issue, because it's too low down to get comfortably under there and actually really be doing the job without my neck hurting, and it's really is way too windy. But when it's not windy, down there is a recovery truck, and it doesn't matter that it's got no MOT on it. I can simply drive the car onto the back of it, and that will give it an extra 2.5 foot. Well, I decided, even though it's a bit windy, let's just do it anyway. I can always turn the gas up a little bit. And just as I got started, the generator ran out of petrol. Now I'm feeling so buzzed up by this that I feel the future is going to be what I want it to be. Doing welding, doing soldering, doing upholstery, doing new projects, and there's one I've got an idea of. Once I take control of everything else I've got to do, which I have done slightly, it's all possible because of Alan at Al's Detailing, and because I sold my Volvo. And I definitely do not regret selling the car that I really didn't want to get rid of, because of the opportunity it's starting to open up for me. So I want to say thank you for watching, thank you for being a channel member, thank you for liking, thank you for leaving a comment, thank you for leaving 2 comments, thank you for sharing if you decided to do that, and I'll see you in the next video. What went wrong with that, and why it's taken so long to come back to it? Or, so what, you may think. Other people do welding jobs, but they don't make videos about it.